Hi there, Amy here. I thought I'd pop on to you and talk about the energetics of the shoulders. So, our shoulders are representative of our willingness in this life to carry burdens. This is physically, emotionally, and metaphysically, spiritually. Our shoulders are very much linked to our throat chakra. So, when you think of your shoulders and how you use them when you are talking, when you are expressing, they are very much a part of the energy of the throat chakra, which is communication and expression. So any energy surrounding the shoulders is very much linked to your ability to communicate, your ability to express yourself, being able to express and communicate freely and safely, speak your truth, speaking your truth or speaking any words in kindness, and maybe not out of anger or spite or projection. You get the idea. When you think of the shoulders, they're very much part of our body language. They can express joy and vitality as we move around and we're experiencing the joys of life. They can also express dominance and hierarchy. They can also express sadness and fear and anxiety and submission and feeling low. We carry a lot on our shoulders. Our poor shoulders, probably a bit like our feet, they carry an awful lot of weight in the body. They are very much our shoulds and shouldn'ts in life, our woulds and wouldn'ts, our coulds and couldn'ts, expectations. And that's weighted. Think of that word now, expectations. Like you think from the minute we are born, there's expectations put on our shoulders. We are conditioned. So it's expectations and the shoulds and the shouldn'ts from family, friends, school, college, work, life, society at large, but also inside. And it's not so much always the weight of other people's and the world's expectations on our shoulders. It's often the grief we feel when there is a gap between our hopes and our wishes and the shoulds and the shouldn'ts in life, and then what does and doesn't happen. It can end up weighing very, very heavy on our shoulders. But equally for some, they carry an awful lot of expectation and pressure from the world around them on those little shoulders. Our shoulders are, you think of that statue, the name has escaped me, there's that famous statue and it's the man, and it's the weight of the world on his shoulders. There is that saying, they carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. And we do. It's not just our own stuff we often carry generational stuff, ancestral stuff. And by that I mean the past wounding, past patterns, past blocks, past karma, past cycles, past wounding, thinking, thought processes, prejudices. We carry all that forward with us, and that's from a young age, that's conditioning. But we also end up carrying other people's stuff. Especially if you're a nice person, you're nice and sensitive. Somebody's in pain and they need to offload. And you think, you feel like you're lightening their load by taking some of that weight for them. But what we often forget to do is shrug it off and let it go. And we end up carrying it as our own as well. So very often on these little shoulders, we are carrying other people's stuff as well as our own. And often it is not necessarily ours to even carry. And some of that stuff will be maybe not so bad. But other stuff isn't always very nice. we can be projected at. And you see our shoulders and our upper back is quite exposed. It's exposed to the world behind us. It's very open, it's quite vulnerable. And while this happens largely unconsciously, some people do these things consciously, but largely I think people come from an unconscious, subconscious place. But whatever their feelings, frustrations, prejudices, yuckiness, whatever, they might be feeling, anger, resentment, whatever it is. And especially if it is targeted at you, like rightly or wrongly, it will often be projected. And we'll often receive that on our back. And you'll often find there's that wounding, that bruising. It's almost like it has to be our shield to fire it off. And we often end up carrying these preconceptions or other people's judgments on our shoulders and absorb them as our own. And generally it's not our stuff. This is other people's stuff, but we end up taking it on as our own and carrying it, that weight, as our own. So we also have just, beyond the general energy of the shoulders and the upper back, we have individual meanings to the sides of the body. Now I'm in reverse to you, so so it probably will look like I'm on the wrong side of the body. But we have the right side of the body and the right shoulder. So the right shoulder and the right side of the body is representative of the masculine energies in our body, in our life, and in our external world. It is male, masculine energies within ourselves, the doing, the having, the survival, the practical, the outward doing, males in our lives, your dad, your brother, boyfriend, husband, male friends, work colleagues, you get the idea. And so any kind of niggles, injuries, pain, issues, problems might be signals representing that something is out of balance either within your internal masculine energies or that perhaps masculine energies in your life are causing you issues, causing stress, blockages, weighing you down, creating issues basically. For example, it could be that you have just become tired of having to carry the burden of the masculine energies in your life right now. The working, we've got the practical levels, the basic survival needs. You're tired, earning the money, keeping the house clean, running the roads, cooking the meals, all the fundamental stuff that basically allows us to function and live in the world, but you just feel burnt out. It is also, the right side is representative of the yang energy in our lives, so our outer world, the doing. It's our kind of our behaviour, it's our decision making, it's our active physical world, it's movement. So any kind of niggles, injuries, problems on the right side there could be indicative of you're doing too much. Perhaps you are not listening to the signals from the body or the outside world to slow down. So basically what happens is energetically something happens to slow you down. So on the other side, on the flip side, we have the left side, which is the feminine side, and I am aware that that's kind of crisscross for you on the screen there. But we have the left side, the feminine side, and we are all made up of the masculine and the feminine. It doesn't matter whether we are born male or female, etc., etc. We all have that balance of, or can be imbalance, of masculine and feminine energies within us. And when everything is healthy and running as we would like it to in an ideal world, those masculine and feminine energies will be balanced and united and working together. But as often happens in the world, the way it is right now, so many of us end up more in our masculine energies than our feminine energies. And that's just because of the go, 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 the now, the demand. The world is not really designed and catered for the soft, feminine, nurturing, caring, creative energy that often we need to step into to allow balance. We often end up more in our masculine than in our feminine, whether we are male or female. So we have our feminine side and our feminine energy, and it's very much then representative of either the feminine energy within, if it's being out of balance, or it's females in our lives maybe causing issues within our life, causing stress, adding to disharmony, shall we say. It's the left side is also representative of the yin energy, so our inner world, our softer, quieter, creative, emotional world. It could be then representative of what are you resisting, what are you refusing to sit with, are you choosing to disassociate and not tap into your emotions and your emotional body and what your body is trying to tell you? Are you too much in your masculine and you're not pausing, you're not nurturing yourself, you're not using self-care, you are not tapping into your creative side and nourishing that part of you? So there can be an awful lot kind of going on. You've got your general energy, and you also have then your kind of more specific energy, depending maybe on the shoulder side of the body and the shoulder itself. But equally, when you think of the shoulders and the upper back, and like that, it's very exposed, it's vulnerable, but it's also a shield. It is our shield. The front of the body is actually all kind of soft organs. You think of the heart, the lungs, the stomach, the intestines, and everything. This is all very, very vulnerable, this area here. And, it's a bit like in war or in any kind of defense. Say somebody was coming at you, you go, can you see that protective movement? You protect this. So automatically what the shoulders and upper back receives is the sucker punch or the energetic punch or whatever that was coming for these softer organs. But fundamentally, we also know that these organs are what keeps us alive. The heart pumps the blood around the body, which keeps us alive. The lungs are life. Breath is life. Life is breath. Without the lungs, without the heart, we are no more. So it's even physically and energetically to protect these organs. We hunch in, we protect. So it's amazing what our shoulders and our upper back receive on a metaphorical, spiritual and physical level, and what they actually take and what they carry. So next time you feel like you have a few niggles and something doesn't feel very comfortable, have a little bit of kindness, have a little bit of compassion. Look at the shoulder that maybe is giving you a niggle or part of your upper back, and just maybe ask it what it wants to tell you. Perhaps what it's looking to heal from, or what it would like to let go of or release. And even now, just shrug it off. Move those shoulders. Release them. Shrug it all off. Let it drop. Shake it all out. Let it all go. It's not yours to carry. Never was yours to carry. And you're going to release it. Just release, let go. Release and let go. Shrug it off. And even just consider a bit of energetic protection for yourself. That'll be for another video, as that can be quite extensive in itself. But if that's something you practice, maybe be a bit more conscious about protecting the shoulders and the back. But just also being a little bit kinder to yourself in terms of the burdens you carry. The burdens you carry in this life for yourself, but also for those around you, your loved ones, family, friends. And really maybe consider, what are you carrying unnecessarily that could be released and let go of. Just a little something for you there to think about. Thank you for sharing this.